call stacks. You can look at crash dumps, and with some really nice tools. And you can just hop on the server in production and check things out in real time. You don't really need to debug. And I think that's, you know, I remember at Microsoft one time we had a problem with a production system, and we, you know, just literally hooked up Visual C to the runtime, the one runtime web server or one of the servers, and just started stepping through the debugger in, you know, real time to figure out what was going on. And you know, I remember thinking I never want to do that again. You know, so one of the things I like is we don't have to do that in Erlang. There's a lot of tools. So of those tools, what are the indispensable ones? I think Epper is a set of tools that we use that gives us some really interesting stuff. It gives us things like DTOP, which allows us to almost like a top for Erlang. This is like a sort of Erlang runtime debugging for dummies. It's a good one to start with. I think the one that's incredibly powerful is Redbug, which is just a simple wrapper around the built-in tracing APIs that are in the actual runtime. So I can say Redbug start, I can give it a process like a gen server, I can give it a module function and an arity or a set of arguments, and it'll actually return to me on the console every single message going into or out of that process. So if I'm like, why is this, you know, gen server acting weird? What's making it crash? I can flip that on, have it run for 500 messages or 10 seconds, and it'll just dump to the console that, you know, set of messages, and it's really, really powerful. And then Observer, which is a tool built into Erlang. We never use this in production, but it's nice when you're, you know, building a system. It gives you a visual view of your supervisors, and it's very, very powerful. And then really the most important tool is the ability to connect to a Erlang remote shell. So we have a command